It is once again in divine love, grace, gratitude, honor, and appreciation that you are sharing this now moment with me. If you're new, I'm Wendy. And one of the things I love to share the most is these moments, impromptu. As I was just doing a little stretching and breathing this morning, I never was a morning person. In reality, for all the years that I worked and was in the workforce for, gosh, more than 40 years, and I longed for these days. I did. I would dream about these days when I had the opportunity to decide moment by moment what was my highest joy and excitement, and how could I take it as far as I could take it in that moment without any insistence. And of course, staying in a positive state of being in order to always experience something positive regardless of the circumstances and what happens. When we talk about that moment by moment, just like most of you, or all of you, I'm sure, we all have to eat, we have to cook, we have to clean our place, no matter where you live or what you live in. Um, there's those day-to-day responsibilities. I say responsibilities, but just the stuff that we do every day. And if we have families and pets, and you know, and so when we think about that whole idea of following the formula brought to us by Bashar, um, I think we take it to this level that is not being in the present moment. Like, well, what should I do, or what can I do, like later? And the idea is, even right now, I have laundry to do. I've got to, I got to clean my kitchen. I got, Abby's sleeping, so she's taking her morning nap. She's just so a bundle of activity. From the moment she wakes up, she is just literally just a bouncing ball of energy. And then these moments, the quiet moments when I get to come out here and appreciate just being in nature and stretching and breathing. And it's been a long time, I think, since I've done like walking around videos, and so the weather's getting more permitting to be able to do that, as well as the insects, to be walking around through the grass and the trees. But I love it. And, I've got yard work to do. I've got to, clean up all the stuff from the gardens. So when we talk about following our highest joy and excitement moment by moment, that's what that means. Taking this moment of appreciation for whatever that moment is. And that's how I started more intentional how do I say that? Setting my own vibration for the day. Not necessarily intentions, but yeah, the intention of picturing it, when I was working, picturing the way I wanted my day to turn out, what I wanted it to look like, how I, and still also having to think about all those other things, what am I going to make for dinner, and what, all of those things, breakfasts and lunches, and, no matter whether you're, alone, or whether you, are, a, in charge of a family or a farm, or what, any of those things. So in that moment, though, in this moment, I get to choose, gratefully, which one of those things is going to bring me the highest joy in this moment. And in this moment, it was none of those things in this moment. And I also know that when we follow the formula, we know that whatever doesn't get done at the end of the day is what needed to be fulfilled that day. So what needs to be fulfilled for you today? Dave and I, for example, in the morning, before he goes to work, and he works remotely, but he's got meetings and stuff, and he works. And one of the things that we love to do in the morning now with our coffee, yeah, got my coffee here, is to kind of set our intentions for the day. That isn't always, let me go back to what we do is, especially on days if I'm feeling less than positive about something, following our highest joy in that moment, and how can I raise my vibration to see this particular situation, circumstance from a different perspective, because nothing really alters our state of being without our allowance. And so what we like to do is read Elan, and in the morning while we're having our coffee. And it really, of course, just like everything else that we find that we come into our presence in any moment, is a message for us, because that's how it is. I mean, you're creating this message, this version of me, to deliver this message right now from our guides together, mine and yours. What are we, how are each of us growing from these experiences together and sharing these moments? Even if it's just me standing. Sorry, I feel like I got a hair on me or something. That this moment was co-created together. And so I'll grab the book in a second so you guys can see it. It's like being consciously aware of, in that moment, when we are feeling anything less than confidence, peaceful, ill at ease, angry, irritable, agitated, judgmental. I was all of those things today. And it's all of those things were related to, if I wanted to boil it all down, all of those things are related to me not believing that this is the perfect place and moment and circumstance that's the perfect place for me in this now, no matter what, even if it's to show me something I don't prefer. So in these moments when we're taking that approach of, what's the next thing I need? I need a drink of water. What's the next thing I need? Maybe I need to take a walk. Maybe I need to just sit and, have a cool beverage, a hot beverage, whatever pleases you. So when I was working, I would start a little earlier in the morning before I went to work, and I would light a candle and just say, hey, my angels, my guides, I know you're there, but if you're really there, thank you for being with me and showing me what I needed to see. And very, very quickly, I began to, my circumstances began to change, because it's a reflection. We are a reflective collective. So, and that goes with everything, the sun, the moon, everything's a representation, a reflection of reflection. Everything's a reflection of a reflection. Everything. And so once I began setting certain intentions, even getting getting into things like feng shui but what I realized in that whole exercise too is it's all about the intention. And as I began to expand my desire for more connections with my angels, more connections with my guides, seeing things, being more present, and and knowing that, okay, in this moment, I have this moment, and I know that things need to be done, and I need to think about dinner, and I need to do this, and I need to think about that. And especially if you're out there, creating stuff on social media, and you're there, there's always that, oh, I should be recording this, or I should be sharing this experience. And I think a lot of times, I even find myself, my excitement and desire to share so many things. I think I also often think about, okay, because all of that's kind of future, and even now, here I'm doing this video, but it's like I wasn't planning on doing it. I just turned it on. I was in my highest joy in that moment, standing here in the sunlight. I, haven't been up too long, and, and I'm like, I don't know, I got the whatever, my morning face. Well, this is my all the time face, but it's like, just still kind of puffy, and doing, just doing my stretching and drinking my coffee. And Dave and I were having that conversation this morning about, it's okay to dream, and it's okay to have, well, we have to, in other words, dream, by visualizing and placing your intentions, if that's what we want to call it, focusing, what do we want to focus on, realizing that everything's already done, it's already now, it's already here. We're not manifesting things that don't already exist. And then sometimes I think too much about all of that too. I'm just kind of getting caught up in all of that, and still wanting to share those moments, and but still being here and the now, and being present with, like, there's all these little tiny bugs flying around, which I don't know if you can see. There's actually a spider web, like, I don't know, right here somewhere, so it's distracting me. And I don't have no idea where I was going to go. There was no going at. See, this is what I mean. All I was doing was following my highest joy and turning on the camera without any expectation, insistence of where the video has to go. What does it have to mean? What is the message? I don't need to know what the message is. I don't need to know. I just need to know that I was excited about standing in the sunshine, turning on the video, having trees behind me in this beautiful quiet of the morning. And I'm so blessed to have just beauty all around me. I'm on a little bit of an incline. Beauty all around me. And to share that with you guys is my light codes of love. I guess I know how cheesy and corny that may sound, but because the sun is only this way, in this now, in this moment, in this time, in the morning, as we create everything. And I love listening to the hummingbirds. They go back and forth. I've got my hummingbird feeder hanging right here, and they go in the tree, and they just like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I hear them now in the trees. I have 3 feeders in different places around the house, and those things bring me joy. And those things brought me joy when I was working too. So it's like an extension of that joy. So maybe part of the message here too is that I remember when I was working and getting ready to retire, and it just seemed like such a long time and such a far away thing. And so much has changed since then. My whole life has actually changed since then. Like, everything has changed since then. And yet she would say to me, she gave me a picture frame, and she said, put a picture in here that will remind you that, focus on the big picture. Focus on the big picture. Focus on, and I know that she was also thinking of in the future, focus on the prize, keep your eyes on the prize, sort of thing. But it's true, because what we focus on, we manifest. And it's only in our belief systems, and our choosing to decide how long we need for that process to take place. And the decision is immediate. That's one thing that I have definitely learned as a tool. The decision is immediate. It's how much, what is our, as Bashar puts it, what's our threshold of believability, and how long can we manifest that particular thing, whatever it is, whatever it is, the new job, a new relationship. Maybe your kids are having trouble in school and you're looking to get a new, change them to a new school, and you don't know what to do, and you don't know where to live, and where do you want to move, and what are you going to do, or maybe you have special needs children, or the list goes on and on and on. Maybe you're a caregiver for someone in your family. All of those things change. Everything changes. And when it's not about thinking about the future and what I want when. It's about understanding that if you can visualize that, it already exists in your reality. It just is. And the amount of time that we choose that we need to process that is what it is. And we also get to choose how long that is too. And that we get to change that every moment by moment. How long do we want to choose to process that? For me lately, it's been about trusting my decisions. Did I make the right decisions? Have I made? And this puts me in the past. It puts me in a place of self-judgment, self-criticism. Could I, would I, should I? Now, what, all of the, if I would have done things differently, what would things be now? And the stuff, it's like, so that's how I employ the tools. When I say the tools, meaning the formula from Bashar. What I've learned, going back to even meditating on the sacred circuitry and the sacred symbols that were brought to us, reconnecting me. As soon as I look at the Bashar's phone number picture, the black triangle with the blue background against the black, it just puts me right there in the vibration, like immediately. As soon as I say anything, like I'm so grateful that my guides are here with me. It's not that they weren't already there, or it's not that I'm asking to bring them into my presence. It's my acknowledgement that they're already here. And Dave's emerged from his meeting. So, speaking of being in joy in the moment, you want to come and say hi? I could just pause the camera. Oh, bring the book, please. I just wanted to show you guys the book. So we were talking about how we raise our vibrations in the morning when we're not always in the vibration we prefer. And so we love this book. We are in no way associated, affiliated. We bought it because we loved it. We love Elan.
Wendy bought it for my birthday.
That's true. I did. It was your birthday gift.
I love. Thank you.
That is true. I bought it for Dave for his birthday.
we spend every day, most every day, reading together from the book.
And I want to continue that even with other books. That we have a whole library of books that are related to all of our highest joys and excitements, like all of this that we've been talking about. And I mean, I could list authors. We do have, don't we have our favorite book list on my website?
We do have a book list. This one is not yet on.
We need to add it. And there's a lot we need to add. So because we like to share the things that we use, the tools that we use to raise our vibration. How do we literally take, like, for my example, just a negative belief system and decide in that moment, I'm going to take this moment to do something about that. And what can I do in that moment, taking your highest joy? So what is that? Is it just taking a moment? Does it mean you have to go, hide in the bathroom? Does it mean you have to go take a walk? Does it mean, you just need to sit quietly? Does it mean something more, that you need to really decide in that moment, I don't want to be in this situation anymore, whatever it is. You plug in the word for situation. I don't want to be in this, whatever, state of mind, state of being, physical illness, dis-ease, lack of self-love, any of these things, these tools. Right now I've got vibrations because I'm standing on the ground. I'm going to get off my rubber for a second here, but I have my yoga mat here. But so standing on the ground, I literally feel like a lightning rod right now. But that is how fast it happens.
And thank you,
Thank you, Elan Interactions, Andrew.
ElanInteractions.com.
See, you guys, I can't even. So what's weird about this right now is the things that I can't explain that I don't always explain is like, like I almost need to end the video right now or pause it because the energy is so emotional. I can't explain it. It's weird. Woo! You sabia sama tia shaki. Nia sama sama shina katia lavas masha a tequila. Savas moteva lama atata. Shonako. Woo! And one of the other things that we do is we do we're starting to do more live events. So let me just switch to that really for a second because I just thought of it. We're doing I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. We're doing an Equinox open webinar, Zoom, for all of us to hang out. It's going to be a live broadcast on YouTube on Sunday for the Equinox on the 22nd at 2 p.m. Central. And you guys are all invited. It's open. Go to my website. The link is below, and the link is below for the event as well. We'll put the link below.
So it is a hangout event.
Yeah.
Now, in all our hangouts, we, of course, do light language and oracle card readings and whatever fun things that we want to do and talk about and discuss. And, of course, information that comes through in various different ways we talk about. But it's a hangout, so we want you to participate. Come to the Zoom room and participate in the hangout. And you don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to.
I mean, maybe you want to talk about a circumstance or a situation. Maybe you have a question. Maybe we can expand on it.
So usually,
get answers from the oracle.
When we're streaming the Zoom event on YouTube, we will, let's say, go for an hour or two on YouTube, depending on how long we feel like hanging out. And we'll shut YouTube off and then hang out in private. So by becoming a participant in the Zoom event, you will have an opportunity if you want to just hang out together, not on YouTube.
Not on camera, not on live stream, just to chill. Because we like to be able to offer both.
And not recorded.
And not recorded, right? We'll turn off the recording. And so we like to offer both opportunities for people to express themselves, maybe in ways that they never have before on live YouTube. And for all to see who rewatch the replay and enjoy the energy.
And we want to share your light language if you want to participate in speaking light language or pulling oracle cards or doing any kind of activities, crystals or singing bowls or
yeah.
drumming, whatever it is that you might want to bring to the hangout. So,
and maybe you're going through some stuff and you don't have any of that stuff, or maybe you don't speak light language, and that's kind of maybe part of the purpose of this message is just be there to raise your vibration, to maybe see your situation from a new perspective. Maybe you'll come away with an aha moment. Maybe you'll experience, or maybe you'll have made a decision. Or maybe you've decided that the process doesn't need to take as long as you thought it did. Whatever the case may be, that's kind of one of the excitements about having these and sharing these interactions with each other is we what I want to say, we illuminate epiphanies with each other, when we do that. And then in the moments when we're not together, and we're having that moment of meditation, even if it's you're washing dishes or cooking or whatever the case may be, taking a shower, the water, the bathtub, always number one for receiving messages. So yeah, that's when the magic happens. And I think that these hangouts really do literally activate that for all of us.
And we feel that the opening of the doors, opening of the gateways, that happens with the sharing. And so typically, we might have meditative type of things happen from time to time with different events, but typically it's a hangout. It's not meant to be
Right.
sit and
meditate
be in
and
listen to
that's
us
really
do a meditation.
not the really way we just like to interact and learn and talk and share and
sharing as much as
and
ourselves as we can
and ask questions to the
and
guides and get answers back and share the answers, and that's our fun, so if that sounds like fun for you, come hang.
Many wise people have said about the idea of the best that you can do for others is to be the most of yourself, and that's what we try to present as best as we can. And sometimes we'll talk about things that are not our highest version of ourselves, but that's part of the sharing.
That's exactly part of the sharing, and the sharing is what helps illuminate us all and raise all of our vibrations. So yeah, thanks you guys. Hope to see you there. We're really excited. Oh, so anyway, yeah, just it's free to come. You just have to sign up so you can get the link to the Zoom room, and become a member of my website. And by doing that, you'll also get the reminders and things for future events, because that is the way I communicate with all of you, is through an email, letting you know what events are coming up, or you guys coming here to the channel, checking out what's ahead, checking my community page on the channel. I always post new events on the community page on my YouTube channel, but always really the website has the most information, and everything's all in one spot, everything. So please do check it out if you haven't already. Thank you if you're new. And thank you if you're new in sharing your love and energy with us.
And if you haven't used Zoom before, it's very simple to do. There's apps that install on your phone and your computer for joining the meetings.
Very quick.
And you can also just join through the web browser, so you don't even have to install any apps. It's very easy to use, and of course, you could contact us if you need any help.
Yeah,
We'll
Dave's always here to
glad
help. I'm always here to help.
Technical support if necessary.
And if you guys want to send me an email, or just go to the website on my contact page, and it goes right to my email. So I'll see it right away. And thank you to all of you who are participating also with me in private sessions.
And Wendy does appreciate also, if you can't make it, but you want to say hi, you could certainly respond to Wendy and just say hi, can't make it. So.
And yeah, and we'll be, of course, we'll be on YouTube Live. So if you really, really can't be in the Zoom room, we will be live on YouTube. So just stop by and say hi in the live chat. We enjoy that as well, because hey, your energy is your energy, and we like to see it wherever it comes from. So I think that's it for today. Thank you, and we'll see you again with perfect timing. Again, I wasn't even planning on doing this. So what gratitude I have for being able to have Dave walk out. But this was our dream. This was always our dream, that he could work remotely, and we never lost sight of that vision. And I think that's really important, because it's been like a year now. Dave said it's a year anniversary, and he actually got the job during his birthday week, and so that was very exciting. But we never really would have thought a year ago where we would be today. So this is what we kept. So when we say keep your eyes on the prize, it's not something that you don't already have. It's just knowing that the perfect timing is for you. And yeah, the process was not really always fun, and it wasn't easy at all. And there was the doubts, but then there was all those times when each of us, frequently Dave, was reminding us to follow our highest joy and excitement, and just feel what we wanted. And that is what we kept saying. What we wanted was how much we wanted to be able to work at home together, both of us. And this is my work. This is my labor of love. And
sticking to the decision.
And exactly. As we read this morning, sticking to the decision. So there. Anyway, we love to do this, as you can see. So thanks for chatting with us as long as you have. And again, the links will all be there. Or, if you're just searching the web, languagesoflights.com, and us on both. And, just.
And I'll leave you with this little thing.
Niato.
One of the fun things for me, because I have a job working with other people, I'm an employee, that I get to have opportunity to implement these ideas
Yes. Oh,
in my job, during my job,
yep.
the principles, the ideas. And it's funny when you're excited to be all of yourself in not only in your little closet privately,
Yes.
but throughout your whole day, that the opportunities do come up, and you would be very surprised how many times that being yourself elicits responses that really benefit you and everyone.
Like,
directly.
I can't share my spiritual whatever with the CEO of the company. Nonsense.
So
Nonsense. Quite the contrary. I am shocked, and I'll leave it at that too, but I am shocked at when Dave has these meetings and he comes away telling me about the principles and of the sharings and the things that they share. It is right in line with these principles.
When someone in your organization literally says, "We love the energy Dave brings to the meetings," I mean, and I'm not trying to
and Dave, as you can see, is not a jump up and down kind of guy like I am. He's kind of really chill.
But I mean, when those statements word for word occur, there's no doubt that bringing the positive attitude and being as much as yourself as possible, and being honest and have integrity in the things that you're doing, they reflect back. And if you want to go into work with a negative idea, I hate work, blah, 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 you're going to get that result. You're asking, you're ordering out from the menu. When you're being positive, when you're ordering on the menu the best possible things, your most highest excitement, they bring that to the table. So
absolutely. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that they've got to come out and share, and really excited to meet you guys. And thank you so much for just bringing all of your love and energy in every view, every comment. Just touches my heart. And I was going to say something else, but I guess it's meant to be for another video. But that's what I was going to say was
as we approach 33 minutes.
Now there we go. The crystalline consciousness numbers. Because Dave is going to be, because he is working so much more now and busier and busier, that means I'm going to be busier and busier. So that means I'm probably going to be doing more hangouts at different times of day. So do please give me a shout out. And I forgot, there is a poll little thing on my website that just says, let me know what time you like to hang out, because then I know when to schedule things that are live, because I'm so blessed that all of you tune in from all over the world. And I just want to be able to hang out at different times. I'm getting goosebumps. To hang out at different times. So that's the only reason I ask is so that if I do decide to go live, or if we decide to do a live event, or even a private event, it helps me know what times to set things, these things up and what days. So that's it. That's all. Goodbye. Have a beautiful day. I hope to see you Sunday for this really, truly epic year. This epic equinox. So, niato vespere, shikiara, la zone kiara shotove, e la sanakia.